Hello everyone, welcome to this Canvas app series. In this Power App series, in this video, we will discuss regarding the screen design in Canvas apps. Okay, so let us create the first app. So click on this, go to login to the Power Apps, and click on the Create button. Then you have to click on the Canvas app. This is how we create Canvas app from scratch. So give a name. Let's say Leaf Tracker. Okay, leave let's say application, and so here you can choose the orientation or the format of your app. You can choose for a phone orientation or phone device, or you can create for tablets also. So if you want to create tablet, then the screen will be wider, and if it is phone, then the application interface will look like mobile apps. So let us see for tablets first. So click on create. As soon as you click create, it will open the Canvas app designer window. This is the area where we can edit anything for our Canvas apps. We can add screens, we can add multiple screens, we can add components to a screen, and so on. So let us start. So skip this. Now this is the white canvas we have, and here we can add components from this pans. So this is called as this is the tree views option, where you can see all the components that are added for the screen that will be listed here. So if you want to change anything, then you can come here. Let's say this is the screen one, so then I can click on rename, and I can give a name that like home screen, right? So this is the tree screen. If you have used Visual Studio also, you see the property window. So like that, this is like Solution Explorer. All the screen components and UI components will be available here. And this is the insert pane, where you can add your controls to the canvas. And this is the data section, where I can add multiple data sources that I want to connect from the Canvas apps to other applications, other databases like Azure, SQL Server, a Common Data Service, or Microsoft Dataverse, or Dynamics 365, or any data source I can connect with. And this is the media where I can upload my images, videos that will be required for my Power Apps. Now this is for monitoring and test purposes. Okay, so as this video is targeted for designing screens, so I will design some screen for us. So first, so as this is the white screen, I want to change the color of this background. Then I can just change this color here. Okay, I can choose as red, then it will uh, turn into red, right? Now I can choose the color picker from the right side. This is the property screen. You can use directly here, otherwise you can come here and select a desired window or desired color as per your need. Okay, now if you want to make your background as image without a color, then you have to click on add an image file, right? So click on add an image file. I want to use this one, let's say. So I have selected an image from my machine, and I want to make that image as background image. So now the app will have the background image, and if I want to make this image fit to my application, then I will just click on fill. Now when you click on fill, the whole app will cover this image. And so it depends on you that what image position you want to define. So let me define image position as fill, so it will be fill the application. Now I want to add some components here. Okay, now I can click on add, and I can click on this vertical gallery, or any application I can, any tool I can drag and drop. Let me add some text controls, or let me first drag a rectangle. A rectangle is nothing but a control which will define a rectangle shape, so that we can design some forms, or some kind of design we can do with the rectangle to display some data. So I can just drag and drop and put here. Now I can click this handle to change the shape. Okay, let's say I want to create a login page here, then I can specify like this. Okay, and here also for this rectangle I can use the formatting. I can fill it with different color like white color, then I can use some more colors like, so we can use this fill option so that I can select a specific color top for my rectangle. Okay, now once the rectangle is designed, we can also change border, we can change color, fill color, right? We can change the size also using this property window. Okay, and for every control we have display mode, edit, disabled, and view. Okay, by default it remains as edit. I just want to change it to view because I don't want to edit this uh, rectangle anymore. Now once the rectangle is designed, I can drag and drop some controls from here. Let's say text label I want to drag and drop here. Okay, and I want to drag and drop some text input so that user can fill data. Okay, and also I can copy paste these controls. Okay, so that it will give duplicate controls. Okay, now I can drag a button also here. Let's say I'm designing the login page, so I can drag and drop here, and so you can just drag to the correct place to uh, correct place so that it will look nice. Okay, and now I can uh, change the size width of the label by dragging this. Otherwise you can go to this property window and change the size here. Now I want to change the label of this, then I can go to here in the property window and change here. Okay, let's say username. Okay, press enter. Now I can drag so that, okay, so drag a bit so that the wardrobe will be removed. So here I can use password. Okay, okay, now I have given this. Now here in the username, so every time remember that every control you drag and drop on the form, it is a best practice that you have to change the id or name of the control. If you click this username, you can see here in the tree view, you will find this is label name. You always try to rename this because of the best practice. So lbl username. Okay, and for this also you have to change like lbl password. Okay, likewise for this input I want to change txt username. So you can use pascal case to give naming conventions. Here I want to change to txt password. Okay, now you see this looks nice, right? Now button also I can rename as btn login. Okay, so once you rename this, then it will better to remember and better to use it also, and as per the best practice also we have to follow this. A rectangle, it's not required to change it, but whenever you do some dynamic coding for this rectangle, then it is required anyway. So keep it simple. And here I want to add a header label, so I will go here and drag a text label. So let me change this as sign up, sorry, login. And I can change the input size of the label here also, and I can change the uh, text weight. Now I have designed a simple login. Now there is another important mode for this text input. If let's say if you run it, you can see I don't want this default input. Okay, by default all default input field is default input text is always given to a input input control. So if you don't want, then you just click this and go to here in the default value blanket. Okay, and here also in the default value blanket. But if you want the placeholder, then you can use this hint text. Okay, let's say enter username, and here I can use enter password. Okay, now if you run it, you can mention. Now you can identify in this password, it is displaying with exact value that we are supplying. I don't want this because password should not be visible, right? So for this you have to change the mode of the text. Okay, here you will find mode. Here you have to choose password instead of single line of text. Now save it. Now once you design your application, you have to save it by using this file and save. You have to give the name here and here. So click on this cloud so that your application will be saved in your power in your environment. Click save. Now once it is saved, you can publish the app so that the environment users can use this app. Anyway, we have more to discuss on this topic. Now if you open this also, it will display like passwords, right? Let's say spp mastro, then we have xyz, whatever password you can give. So this looks like a genuine real login page, right? So you can change, so whatever. So as I have told you, for every control you can change the look and feel. For this control input control, you can change also the border, the color, the background color, border radius. Okay, so this is for the today's class. So tomorrow in the next video I will come with more screen topics on this canvas. I'll tell you what is my next topic on canvas apps. Okay, so in this current video I have only created one screen. I will also add multiple screens, and I will wire up multiple screens using navigation scripts. So keep in touch and always watch my videos so that you will get in touch you will get the updated videos every day. Okay, thank you.